Hello everyone and welcome back, Zeb here to bring you a little guide on fighting the Expert Destroyer. So I'm going to go right into this, that I've tested a lot of weapons on the Destroyer and I found out what kind of works easier or not. So I'm not saying you can't use other weapons, I'm going to say that these ones worked out pretty easily for me, and I'll go through them. So first thing, before I even show off the weapons, just want to build a very simple enclosure here. I mean, this is just to jump up and down. I mean, I got some fire pits and torches, and it wouldn't hurt to put some heart lanterns in here. I didn't really use them, but it would definitely help you out a lot. I know there are probably, I know you can kind of like go really high, build a little box way up here and kind of cheese it because the destroyer can't reach you, and you just kind of throw things down at them. I find that kind of boring. Sorry. If you're having that much trouble, you can do that. I'll tell you right now, it's literally that simple. You go up a little higher. The destroyer cannot climb up that high. Build a box around you. All you have to worry about is killing his drones, and you can throw stuff down at him or shoot arrows at him. I find that kind of boring. So if you want to actually fight the destroyer, build a little arena like this. It took me like 2 minutes. Got some wood. This is all it is wood and torches. And build some platforms because we're not going to be flying, we are going to be running. Now I'm going to go into the most important 6 potions that you're going to need, which is Life Force, Endurance, Iron Skin, Regen, Swiftness, and any type of food. I just have Pumpkin Pie, just happens to be that one. Any food will work. These 2 are really important, Life Force and Endurance. They're ones that you normally might not get as easily because you have to go fishing for them. Life Force is going to get from fishing in the underground hollow. You get it from catching Prismite is the fish. An Endurance Potion, you get it from fishing underground by catching stone cave fish. So those 2 are very important. I accidentally just took one, but whatever. The other thing, of course, you're going to want titanium or adamantite armor. So titanium is going to work a lot better than adamantite. It's just a better armor with better things. But all these weapons will work with adamantite. I've used them both. I will be cutting in and out of me fighting the bosses with these weapons while I'm talking about them also, just to show that you can kill them with it. So going in, before we go to the weapons, we got a few more potions and just the equipables that I personally used, and I don't think they're that hard to get in any means at all. So generally, of course, you're going to want mana pots if you're using a mage weapon or not like that, but I'm not, so I just kind of have these here to show you. So that really serves no purpose, actually. Why did I do that? I don't know. Anyways, of course, you're going to want greater healing potions, really important. Along with the 6 pots here, the ones that you would want to add in would be, of course, an archery potion. If you're using anything with arrows in it, then definitely add in archery potions. And if you are using a mage weapon for whatever reason, of course, you're going to want mana, regen, and magic power potions. If not the mana regen, you especially want magic power potions. Now, if you're having a really hard time, then you can add in rage potions and wrath potions, although I don't use them in a lot of these fights. So, yes, you can add these in. I don't think it's necessary. I've killed them without it. So, now going into equipables. Star Veil would be great, and before I actually get into these, menacing or warding. A lot of people say all menacing, all warding, or half and half. I did mostly menacing in all these battles, but if you're going to reforge them, menacing or warding, one of the 2, I don't think it's going to matter that much, but you definitely want the at least one of those. You don't want to have anything like only does plus 1% damage. Reforge it, get money and reforge it if you're having trouble. So that's the whole point of this. So Star Veil would be great. If you have a cross necklace, that's fine. The Star Veil, okay, it helps out a little bit more, but you at least want a cross necklace in here. So definitely that. I got lightning boots. I'd say at least lightning boots. You definitely want some fast boots. Frostspark boots are better, but so you definitely want good boots, and then any one of the 3 emblems of whatever you're using. Your warrior, ranger, or sorcerer one, whatever weapon you're using, get this emblem. It's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to help out a lot. So you want one of those emblems there. And I don't know why I'm putting that in there because I'm not going to use it. You want a Charm of Myths. That is pretty necessary. You're usually going to have a Band of Regeneration. You really want that Philosopher's Stone. If for whatever reason you don't have a Band of Regeneration and you just have a Philosopher's Stone, that's okay. The Philosopher's Stone is more the point of this, so you only have to wait 45 seconds instead of 60 to use your greater healing potion. And then, of course, if you're using mage, you're going to really want a mana flower, so it'll automatically take your buffs there. But And then we have an ink shield. Now I'm gonna say that you don't need the ink shield. If you don't have an ink shield and you don't want to try and farm for all those things, get an obsidian shield. Perfectly fine. Not gonna be the end of the world. Ink shield's really cool, but obsidian shield would be great, more so you don't get knocked back and wrecked. And then got some up here. You can put in the worm scarf, or if you're using, which is great for really anything, you know, depending on what world you're in, you might get a worm scarf if you have corruption. Or the feral claws, which is going to be great, of course, for any type of melee weapon that you're using. It's going to help out with that speed a lot, which is going to be really, really helpful. So now that we've kind of gone through all of our equipables here that I personally think that you should have, and this is what I used, we're not going to use wings, like I said, because we're going to be running around. Yes, you are going to want a grappling hook. I know, I'm sorry, I have a spooky hook on here. It's okay. It's not like you can use an ivy whip. You're not reaching halfway across the dang place. It's just the one that I have on. Going into the 4 weapons that I chose that would make this battle pretty easy for you. So we're going to kind of go from like the best one here down to like the other ones are all kind of the same. If you haven't heard, everybody kind of knows about this bow, but the Daedalus Storm Bow, pretty awesome bow. I think this is the best weapon to ever kill the Destroyer. If you're having trouble killing the Destroyer, get this bow. You're going to get this bow from Hollowed Mimics. You're going to need, and Hollowed Mimics are really, really rare to spawn in the Hollow, so you're generally going to get them by getting the Light Key, or the Key of Light. And you're going to get 15 Souls of Light, and you're going to turn them into a key at a place where you turn stuff into it. Gosh dang it. A little mining station. I'm having a mind blank, but you know what I'm talking about. So you're going to do that, and you're going to turn it into a key, and you're going to put that key into an empty chest, and the chest is going to turn into a Hollowed Mimic. And again, if you're on you'll be on expert mode doing this, don't take them simply. They are really strong, and they will kill you. So, you know, be careful where you're putting this. You're going to need to, like, run and fly. But you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting the Daedalus Stormbow, which is a awesome weapon. So you might get it first try. It might take you a few, but if you're having trouble, you definitely want to try and farm and get this bow. If you don't know, it's going to shoot arrows from the sky. You can simply hold it down and arrows will just rain down. And so this also is going to go into what arrows you're going to want to use. Now you can use unholy arrows. That'll make it pretty good. I've done that a few times to kill the Destroyer. Worked out real easily, especially with titanium armor. Works with adamantite as well greatly. And very easily can just go and shoot him. The unholy arrows pierce the segments of the Destroyer, so that's what helps out a lot. I don't know if Jester arrows pierce a little bit more. They might be better, but they are a little harder to come by. Unholy arrows you can simply just buy from the arms dealer, no problem at all. So you can buy unlimited amounts of them from the arms dealer. They're pretty cheap. That's why I kind of put them on here. But so if you didn't notice when I was showing you these battles, why we're not flying is because we're simply really staying generally in the same area when the Destroyer's when you're fighting the Destroyer. And while you're fighting him, and you know, I might even fight him. I don't know if I want to mess up the video. I could fight him while we're talking about this, but then I have to actually focus on the battle. But you generally you can't get hit by his head. If you get hit by his head more than twice, you're probably not going to survive the battle because he does 200 plus damage to you when he hits you with his face. So if you get hit by it once, alright, you got hit once, use a health pot, you're good to go. So the other thing is, you're going to be killing all the little, his little minion dudes. Try and save those hearts that they're dropping so you can run by and pick them up when you really, really need to. That's also important. That's saved me many, many times. So first weapon, Daedalus Stormbow, I definitely think would be the best choice at killing the Destroyer. Would help out. Going into our next weapon here, guys, is going to be the Blade Tongue. This is a weapon that you can fish up from the Crimson area there. You get it by fishing. And it spits an Ichor stream on contact. Now, the Destroyer is immune to okay, it's Ichor, but I say Ichor to annoy people. The Destroyer is immune to Ichor debuff, so it's not going to work on him, but it still shoots a stream of it, which actually really, really messes up and pierces his body really, really well. Now, this is a melee weapon, which, you know, you're going to have to get really, really close to him, obviously. And like I said, as long as you're dodging his face, though, it works out pretty well. And I killed him on the first try with using this weapon. So, and honestly, without even, like, it just popped it on, used it real quick during the fight, and it worked out really, really well. So this weapon works out great because it shoots that Ichor stream, and it really, really does a lot of damage to all of his parts with that stream. So it's a really, really great sword to use against him, and I thought it worked out really, really easily, even on expert mode. So going into the last one that I picked for this would be the Fatigued Bagnax there. Again, probably pronouncing that wrong. These are just generally really, really, really fast. So these worked out pretty well. Again, killed them on my first try with doing these, but it was a little harder because you have to kind of get right next to them and kind of hit them really, really fast. So it is a little bit more difficult than I would have thought, but they still kind of work. And I kind of wanted to spawn them because you see, can't really hit him here is the problem. But you really just don't want to hit his head. And as you can see, these actually work out pretty well. It's just that their range is incredibly short, so it's really hard to get him. And you just have to get him to kind of pop up on the right angle for you. Like something like this works out great, and I want you to see just how fast it will take down his health if you get him in the right spot. If you get him in the wrong spot, it's not going to work out as much. And as you can see, me talking, I'm not really focusing on when his head's going to come up. 190 damage right there. Doesn't really help out the situation very much. You really can't let that stuff happen. So, but if you can see, if you just dodge his head and you just kind of stay on him, these will work out great. And along with all the other weapons that I have on here, all these weapons will work out fantastically at killing the destroyer. You can see here, these unholy arrows will pierce his body really easily. I'm talking and not even focusing on this battle much, and these are all working out really, really well. I'm not even using the right kind of gear for this. We'll use our Ichor streams here so you can see what I'm talking about with the Ichor coming up. Here's the hearts of our guys. There goes his face. And this Ichor streams ricochet and bounce off and end up doing a lot of damage to him. And we're going to end up taking him out here with just these 3 weapons and me just kind of talking around and, you know, not even wearing the right things there. But like I said, see, I dodged his head. My health looks fine. If that head hit me, I would have died. So you just can't get hit by the head. And it's that easy to kill the destroyer with these 3 weapons. I think they worked out great. The dart pistol I kind of cut out because I realized I had actually a pretty hard time fighting him with that, so I want to take that out, which is why you kind of see it in here. I was like, yeah, the dart pistol, you obviously can do it. I've done it. It wasn't the easiest fight, so I wanted to leave in the 3 easiest ones that you guys could use for this. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. I really hope it helps you out. Again, not saying these are the only 3 weapons you can use. I'm just saying that they all worked out really, really well. And I don't know if I said it, which I don't think I did. Fatigued Bagnax you get from Crimson Mimics also, which I just realized that all these weapons you get from the Mimics. So, Mimics have really powerful weapons that you can use. But it generally also comes down to you really having the right potions. You know, if you just use 2-3 potions, you probably might have a really difficult time. It also comes down to wearing the right gear. You don't have a cross necklace on, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to be getting hit a lot more. So those are really, really key things to have on there. Anyways, everyone, I really hope this video, is it daytime now? I think I killed him just in time. Yeah, wow, I killed him just in time. Awesome. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Really hope it helps you out. If anybody has any questions or anything, or you think this video didn't do a good enough job, I guess leave comments down below and I will try and answer any questions or concerns that you have there. Parkour. And I will see you all for the next video. Thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye, everybody.